It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. A front extending across the Florida Peninsula coast will slowly move southward by this afternoon. Showers and strong to severe thunderstorms could develop along the boundary. Meanwhile, high pressure over the middle Mississippi Valley and southern plains will gradually shift eastward, reaching off the southeastern coast by tomorrow evening. A second front over the northern Rockies into the Great Basin will also move eastward into the Great Lakes and southern plains by tomorrow. Closer to home, dry west to southwestern flows aloft will continue throughout the week with plenty of sunshine. Temperatures are going to be warming back up to above normal. A couple of Pacific storm systems move in for the latter part of the week. That'll bring strong winds, blowing dust, and not much else. Strong winds begin every day from Thursday through Sunday with considerable blowing dust and critical fire weather conditions. Temperatures are going to remain above normal through the weekend. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. On Friday, Tularosa Mayor Debbie Cooksey confirmed to Alamogordo Town News that the Otero County Sheriff's Department and the New Mexico State Police are investigating a shooting which occurred at the truck stop on Friday. Unconfirmed social media reports claim it was road rage between a truck driver and the operator of a black car. The Otero County Sheriff's Department also confirmed an investigation and a shooting occurred, but declined to further comment, as it is an ongoing investigation. When an official statement with further details becomes available, we will forward it to our readers and listeners. Stay tuned to Crazy Radio and also check on AlamogordoTownNews.com. Alamogordo Town News has sent a letter to the Democratic Party of New Mexico leadership for comment and assistance on a concern. It was stated online by James Bowman that Matt Cressel is still unable to represent the Democratic Party in any official capacity as he remains on suspension and has been stripped of the right to participate in any Democratic-sponsored activities at the state or local levels in any official capacities after 8 months of ongoing investigations. Cressel rebutted by stating it's not true and confirmed that he did attend another campaign event for Gabe Vasquez as a representative and a member of the party, which occurred this past Saturday. As far as we understand here at Alamogordo Town News, Matt Cressel is still suspended and not actively representing DPOC or DPNM, but the fact that he manned the Gabe Vasquez booth at the Earth Day celebration and admits to continuing official activities is greatly concerning. We're also investigating the whereabouts of the scholarship fund. Sources have said that the funds were not properly managed by DPOC and the scholarship was not dispersed in the last year. Stay with Alamogordo Town News. We will keep you advised. Tomorrow, the Alamogordo City Commission will have their regular meeting at 6:30. New topics include consider and act upon the Parks and Recreation Master Plan. Also, discussion and provide staff with direction on recent theft and speeding issues. White Sands National Park will have their Moonlight Hike on Wednesday starting at 7:30. This is your chance to enjoy the peace and serenity of the dunes under the moonlight and experience unique stories of the park. The hikes are offered monthly through November. For more information, check out the White Sands National Park website. The cost is $8 for adults, $4 for kids. The Alamogordo Chess Club weekly meetings are held at Plateau Espresso, 2724 North Scenic Drive, Mondays from 4 until 7. It is casual chess. Pair up with whomever is available. There are no membership requirements or fees. Simply show up with a board, set it up, and play. All are welcome. The Alamogordo Public School System is preparing for the Preschool Roundup on April 24th. We had a word with Donna Dupree.
So we are rounding up kids for next year, for the school year, because we need to fill all our slots for our 4-year-old program for next year.
What do parents need to know about the program?
So it's free, but there is limited slots because we're funded through a grant. And so the sooner they get in and get their spot, the more of a chance they'll get to be able to have their child attend next year.
Details are available by calling 575-812-5525. Well, today is Monday. That means we get a pup date from Animal Village NM.
Hi, KALH listeners. Hope you're enjoying this vibrant spring with your family pet. Here in Ruidoso, Animal Village NM is getting ready for a big garage sale fundraiser, and we could call it the Big Boy Toys Sale, because we have so many manly things for sale. Oops, was that politically incorrect? Anyway, we've got a MIG welder, used only once, storm doors like the big heavy steel ones I'm talking about. Does it get hot in your shop or house in the summer? We have huge industrial fans for sale. Misplace your garage door in a windstorm? We've got 2 single-car garage doors, insulated. All this is happening Cinco de Mayo weekend, by the way, on Saturday in Ruidoso. Yard tools? We've got way too many, so come and take your pick. Horse maps? We've got more than a dozen. And we'll have raffles like our lovely hand-crocheted spring-colored Afghan, still in the box, upholstery cleaner just for pet lovers. When we say more, we mean more. We'll have plants for sale like herb gardens, flowers, and baby Spanish broom hedges, as well as rare succulents and cacti, all in grow bags you can just plunk in your yard or in a pot. Now, I know you're wondering, hey, what about my pet? Oh, yeah, we gotcha. Toys, leashes, collars, halters, new and gently used beds, and everyone who spends just $25 or more gets a free pet toy. This is all for Otero and Lincoln County animals to help Animal Village NM and animals in need in your community. Last year, we provided more than 200 spay-neuter surgeries for low-income families, and we delivered more than 8,000 pounds of dog and cat food to food banks. So come up to beautiful pine-scented Ruidoso Saturday, Cinco de Mayo weekend, for great deals on your home projects and animals in need in your community. All the details and photos of the stuff are on our website, animalvillagenm.org. Can't make the sale? Become a monthly sponsor right now and be the difference for animals in your community. animalvillagenm.org. And here's a tip for you folks who can't get your dog to get into the car. I used this with Mountain Spirit, our formerly feral reservation dog. Put a bowl of food right at the edge of your car, right inside the door. When your pet starts eating from that area, move it a little bit further away. Pretty soon you'll be at the other door inside the car, and then always praise, praise, praise. Remember, you have 3 seconds to give your dog a treat so that he or she associates the behavior with the treat. This is Animal Village NM. See you Cinco de Mayo Saturday to help Animal Village NM and animals in need in your community.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Local sports, local events, and local happenings, and more. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a full book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
FBI Special Agent in Charge, Raul Bahanda, spoke with KOAT about the carjacking problem in New Mexico. According to the FBI, there have been at least 30 carjackings in the Land of Enchantment since January 1st.
And to me, that's concerning because these types of crimes are very violent in nature. They can happen in a split second.
Bahanda continues.
We saw an unfortunate example, with an officer from New Mexico State Police, Justin. We lost one of our own. That was a complete ambush.
An auto theft occurs when someone steals a car and the owner is not present. However, during a carjacking, the owner is present and usually in the vehicle.
You got to be aware of your surroundings. As soon as you get in that car, you should be locking your doors. If it doesn't feel right, like this individual is coming at you, doesn't seem to be really asking you for directions, then go with your gut. And if you can get away, try to get away.
Folks, be cautious and do not become a statistic. The State Environment Department issued citations and violations with fines with regards to a Roswell worker's death in 2023. The penalties are to the city of Roswell after a 6-month worker death investigation by the State Occupational Health and Safety Bureau. The fines issued totaled over $630,000. The death occurred on Saturday, October 21st, when 4 on-call city workers went to repair a leaky water main. One worker was working in a trench on the pipe when the walls caved in and trapped him. The other 2 members and responders were unable to rescue him, and he did succumb to his injuries. OHSB Chief Bob Genoway said the crew was not working under the correct safety protocols. The OSHB cited Roswell with 4 willful violations totaling $621,000. The city was also issued a citation for failing to ensure a method of escape from the trench. That fine totaled over $15,000. Roswell will have 15 days to either pay the penalties or contest the citations. Contesting the issued fines will go to the Occupational Health and Safety Review Commission. Since 2021, when the state legalization of cannabis became law, cannabis sales in New Mexico for March of this year totaled over $52 million from over 1,000 dispensaries. That's according to the Cannabis Reporting online portal. That portal shows that in March 2023, medical sales totaled over $15 million. The remainder was from non-medical adult use. The U.S. Border Patrol is asserting their authority to seize cannabis shipments, however, and this includes commercial state-authorized supplies, as licensed cannabis providers have filed complaints which total over $300,000 worth of marijuana that's been confiscated in recent months. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham states the disruptions prompted a discussion with U.S. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. He's assured the governor that federal policies with respect to legalized cannabis has not changed. The governor and her administration are working on a strategy to protect New Mexico's cannabis industry. Managers at 10 cannabis businesses, including transporters last week, petitioned New Mexico's congressional delegation to broker free passage of shipments, noting that jobs and investments are at stake and that several couriers have been sidelined for secondary inspections and fingerprinted at Border Patrol checkpoints. While the governor is concerned with marijuana confiscations, she appears to continue to not give a damn about the border. On the most recent edition of Inside New Mexico with Steve Pierce, this was discussed.
Mount Cristo Rey is totally controlled by the cartels. Mount Cristo Rey sits in Sunland Park, so it's technically in New Mexico, but there is no fence on the Mexico side of it. In other words, that part of New Mexico borders right with Mexico and Texas, and so about a 2-mile gap exists in that fence, and so the cartels are just walking straight through, carrying the human traffic, the drugs, up across Mount Cristo Rey.
And what's crazy is she's saying that she doesn't have the authority to take security measures at our border, but she didn't say that when she was trying to cancel the New Mexico Second Amendment rights last year.
If there's an emergency, and I've declared an emergency for a temporary amount of time, I can invoke additional powers. No constitutional right, in my view, including my oath, is intended to be absolute.
Did you hear that point where she could invoke additional stipulations if she wants to? Not whenever it's necessary, only whenever it supports her agenda.
That's extremely important because the Constitution is the supreme law of the land.
It is a spirited conversation, and you can check it out by Googling up Inside New Mexico with Steve Pierce. Sports and weather are next. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 6 games for New Mexico softball today, including Chaparral at Santa Teresa. 8 games for New Mexico baseball, including Santa Teresa at Chaparral. Your Crazy Radio spot on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies. Mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow. High today of 78, low tonight 56, high tomorrow 85 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny today with winds gusting as high as 18 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, winds gusting as high as 18. Sunny tomorrow, winds gusting as high as 22. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 58. Low tonight of 38. High tomorrow, 63 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. That concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.